Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Quick Expert Reviews. Today we've got the Lenovo Motorola Moto E5 Play. That's a long one, which is another one of these kind of entry-level handsets that aren't really entry-level but aren't really mid-range either. So as usual, we're going to start with the unboxing, and one of the thickest manual booklets I've ever seen in a box, or I've seen recently. Actually, it reminds me of the good old days of the Nokia handsets like the N95 or N82. And apart from the phone and the booklets, we also get the micro USB cable. So still no Type-C in 2018. And then we've got the battery, which is of 2800 milliampere hour size, which works pretty well with the built-in Snapdragon 425, which is quite a not really power intensive phone, processor, CPU, and it does its job well. However, it's a bit interesting that it's the same one that powers the Moto G6 Play. So yeah, that's how you open the back panel, where you can also slide in the memory card apart from the SIM card. And yeah, that's about it. So plastic casing, a bit of a fingerprint magnet. You've got the fingerprint sensor, you've got the camera, power button, volume up, volume down, headphone jack locally on top, nothing on the side, and the micro USB on the bottom together with the second microphone. Now, in terms of the screen size, it's not the biggest, but it's still decent, 5.2 inch, around 720p display, so not the best, but if you're planning on gaming on this phone, that's decent. In terms of the operating system, it comes with Android 8.1 out of the box with July security update, as far as I remember exactly. So it's very up to date. In terms of internal storage, you've got 16 gigs, which I'll show you in a second, and 2 gigabytes of RAM. Gestures, so something Motorola is famous for. You can jump to camera by pressing the power button twice, and that's really it. So not much in here, but there's not much to expect from a phone that costs £80. In terms of the system itself, obviously a very plain Android. However, it's an Android Go edition, so you get the Android Go apps. You can unlock the phone with a pattern, PIN or password. However, you also get the fingerprint sensor like I did mention before. So it's a nice addition, especially considering the price of the phone. In terms of storage, like I said, 16 gigs, and you've got around 12 gigs for yourself to use. However, you can expand the memory with a memory card. In terms of sound, there are no additional features like no upscaling of the audio quality, and if you want an equalizer you have to download one yourself, but at least in display department we've got the ambient display. However, it only lets you know that you get new notifications. It's not an always on display. You can cast to a compatible TV if you'd like to, and obviously you get a Bluetooth on board as well, so it's always a nice addition. It's a Bluetooth 4.0. You can obviously turn your phone into a hotspot as well if you'd like to. So yeah, pretty decently equipped. In terms of the Android itself, you've got, or the phone itself, you've got the FM radio built in. That does require headphones to work with an antenna, that do work as an antenna. In terms of the pre-installed apps, you've got most of the Go edition apps, so they are pretty lightweight. However, they are web-based. So you've got YouTube Go and you've got the Maps Go, but you do need to remember they are web-based, so they are not apps built into your phone, but at least you save some storage. In terms of the camera, we've got the 8 megapixel with an f-stop 2.0 on the back with an autofocus, and then we've got a 5 megapixel on the front with an LED flash on the front as well, so it's nice. In terms of video recording, 1080p at 30 frames per second, so nothing to write home about. However, it does its job pretty well. In terms of photo quality, I did take some pictures, however I couldn't get outside because it was absolutely pissing it down, raining. So yeah, most of the pictures were taken in low light conditions. But yeah, that's about it. Now, In terms of the phone itself, it's pretty lightweight. The camera app is pretty box standard. There's not much to change. If you want to more settings, you're more than welcome to download third-party apps like Open Camera and so on and so on. But again, as usual, it does its job. I did lose focus for a second. So yeah, pretty standard phone with pretty standard features, decent display size, pretty loud single speaker. Would I recommend it? Potentially, but I'll leave it down to you to make the decision. So thanks for watching another episode of Quick Expert Reviews, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. Bye!